This video is about the text editing tools available in WordPress. So here we're working on a blog post and we have some sample text. Let's say we want to add headings to or subheadings to this post. So we can highlight some text and then go up to the text editor tools and click this drop-down menu where it says paragraph. This will show us all of the text formatting tools available to us. Paragraph is the general body copy style for all of the general text on the site. And then under that we have the headings, heading 1 through 6. Depending on how your site is designed, these will look differently. Generally, heading 1 is larger than heading 2 and so on. And these are just a rough approximation of the way the headings will look on your site. Pre-formatted is usually used for code. You don't usually have to worry about that one. So here maybe we would choose heading 3 to make this text stand out more as a subheading. And I might also go ahead and make this text bold. So I'm going to click this bold tool. And it also shows you the keyboard shortcut for that, which is Command B. Next to that, we have the italics tool, Command I. We can make that italics. And maybe we actually want to make these three things, and we can just select parts of all of these lines, because it'll apply to the whole line, and make these things a bulleted list. Next to that, we could actually change it if we wanted to a numbered list instead. And maybe let's go back to bullets. Then, actually, let's pretend that there's a sentence in this top paragraph that we want to make sure people don't miss. So this next tool is the block quote. We can highlight that text and select block quote, and that will make that text larger and formatted differently so that it stands out. Next to that, we have the justification tools, whether you want to align things to the left, the center, or to the right. We could have another sentence maybe further down here that we want to align to the center. And perhaps we'll make it bold as well to stand out. And I'm doing a lot of formatting in this article, just for example, but of course if you make everything stand out, then nothing's going to stand out. So we recommend to use formatting only for things that you really want to make sure that no one misses them. Next to that, we have adding a link. We have a separate video on that in detail, but just to do it quickly, we'll highlight this, add a link, and then apply it there. And then after that, we have the read more tag. This tag, depending on the blog or the theme that you're using, may or may not be in use. Usually what it does is it separates some of the text at the top of the page to show in an excerpt kind of format, and then puts a read more link where people click to see the rest of the text. But again, sometimes this will work for your website and sometimes it's not in use. After that, we have the toolbar toggle. And actually sometimes that second row of icons will be closed until you click this icon to open the second row toolbar. On the second row we have strike through, a horizontal line, which is kind of formatted like this. If we want to separate this text out, we can add a horizontal line in between. This is also really good for separating sections with different subheadings. After that, we have the text color. Generally, the text color is already set by your designer, but if you want to override it or make something stand out, let's say we wanted to make this bold and we also wanted to make it red. So we could choose that text color and then choose red. After that, we have the Paste as Text tool and the Clear Formatting tool. These kind of go together. If you're pasting something that you wrote in Microsoft Word or that you copied from another website, and when you preview it, it's looking strange, has the wrong fonts, has the wrong colors, then these tools might be helpful. You can either highlight the text that's acting strangely and then use this eraser tool, the Clear Formatting, which will, and as you can see there, it's stripped out all of the formatting, any colors or font styling, as well as bold from the text. The alternative is to turn on Paste as Text mode, and you can see these instructions here tell you that basically the editor is going to use that eraser tool on any text until you turn this mode off. So you can see it's on, and then we can just turn it back off. After that, we have a special character glyph panel. There's an indentation option if you want to offset something. And then there's also an undo and redo tool. So I can undo how I just did that indentation there. These tools, the undo and redo, the history or what it remembers is only until you click this blue update button. So just be aware that it's not going to remember everything that you did once you hit that update or save button. And then last is a little helper for your keyboard shortcuts. So that's a quick overview of the text tools. Check out some of our additional videos for more in-depth information.